So now students, the third property, it is very easy. The third property says that if any two fractions are given to you, and if we multiply both those fractions, and if we change the order of those fractions, the answer, the product will always be the same. Suppose if we want to multiply, an example is 1 by 2 is multiplied by 3 by 5. So your answer, this numerator will be multiplied with this numerator, you will get 3, and this denominator will be multiplied with this denominator, you will get 10. So both these fractions, if we are multiplying both these fractions, so the answer we will get will be the same as we change the order of their presentation. Like here I have written 1 by 2 multiplied by 3 by 5, the answer is 3 by 10. Now I have changed the places. I have written 3 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 2. So your answer is again 3 by 10 only. So it clearly says that two fractions can be multiplied in any order, the product remains the same. So when if you are interchanging the places of both the fractions while multiplying, the product, the answer of the multiplication will always remains the same. The last property is, and the last property which I would like to discuss with you all is, suppose more than two fractions are given to you. More than two fractions are given to you while multiplying. The fourth property says that suppose the fraction is 1 by 2 multiplied by 3 by 5, and the last is 2 by 3. Okay, so while multiplying more than two fractions, they can be grouped in any order. You will get the same answer. Like suppose first of all I have grouped these two fractions. Okay, I'm writing all the three fractions again in the same order, and I am just grouping these two fractions now. Let's check out the answers. Let's check out the answer. So first you will, as you have in your learned in your previous class, the method of BODMAS. So whenever a bracket is given to you, first we will always solve the bracket. So first we will solve the bracket. So 1 3s are 3 upon 2 5s are 10, and now we will write the fraction which is outside the bracket. So here your answer will be 6 upon 30. Now here I have changed the group. So here you will multiply. You will copy the fraction which is outside the bracket, and now you will multiply the fraction which is inside the bracket. So 3 2s are 6 and 5 3s are 15. So here again you will get the answer as 6 upon 30. So it clearly says that the property number 4, which is given to you in your book, it says that while multiplying more than two fractions, they can be grouped in any order. The product will remain the same. So here I have grouped these two fractions first, and in the second method I have grouped these two fractions here. As you can see that your answers are same, the product is same. So these four properties you have to learn, and with the help of these properties only you will solve all the questions of your exercise 4.5 in your book only, with the help of your with your pencil. So students, the first as I would like to explain you the first sum of exercise 4.5, 5 upon 8 multiplied by 2 upon 7. Let's solve. this question first. So here the question says that use properties of multiplication to fill the blanks. The properties which we have done just now, you have to use those properties only. So 5 upon 8 multiplied by 2 upon 7 is equals to, a blank is given to you, multiplied by 5 upon 8. So can you all remember which property we can apply here? Property number 3, that if we change the position of the fractions, the product will remain the same. So here 5 by 8 is written, here the place of 5 by 8 is later on. So you will write here 2 by 7 with the pencil. So only you have to remember the properties and you have to solve these questions accordingly. So you will do these questions by your own. Let's start the next exercise.